Virginia City, in Nevada territory, came a miner's son to live and so.
Hi, I'm Joe Curtis, and welcome to Virginia City Truths, No Myths. And in the last session, we began talking about how the community grew and became more of a sophisticated city. So what I'm holding in my hand here is an original 1863 Directory of People and Businesses. This, as you can see, it's in kind of rough condition, and don't send me any messages that says I should be wearing white gloves to protect this, but because I'm not wearing protective gloves. But it is a fragile document. But there's a short passage in here that I'd like to read for you that is written in 1863, and it's written about Virginia City and what it is growing into. So it's entitled Virginia City, the Commercial Metropolis of Nevada Territory. Situated in the midst of the rich mining region ever known, either in this or any other country, convenient of access from all points of the compass, and besides its mineral treasures, surrounded by a country which represents lands of the best quality for cultivation and stock raising, this thriving town has risen in a few years from an uninhabited and apparently barren locality of local hills and verdureless ledges into a city of thousands of busy, bustling tenants, exhibiting all the comfort and home-like appearance of some antiquated metropolis. It boasts 2 morning newspapers, 1 evening newspaper. Both newspapers are of respectable dimensions. There are 5 churches, Masonic, Odd Fellows organizations, Sons of Temperance institutions, the names of whose lodges and the list of whose officers appear in another portion of this particular directory. The schools and seminaries of learning of no ordinary standing extensive libraries, daily lines of stages, running from various points among the state of Nevada and the northern Nevada area, one of which was Billy Wilson's line from Carson City to Virginia. And at this time, it's not Virginia City, it's the town of Virginia. And McHugh's is another line over the mountains, and there are several others, of course. And interestingly enough, is a little bit later on, Wells Fargo comes in, and they open 1, a bank, and 2, a stage operation, and it runs from Virginia City to various other points around the area and over into California. There is here in the area by 1863, as we're speaking of, a macadamized toll roads of Geiger on the north end of Virginia City down into Reno. There is several stage lines, as mentioned, that go over these lines. There's a Virginia and Gold Hill Tunnel Company on the south end. And virtually every road that comes in and out of Virginia City in this period of time is a toll road. And it has been said, kind of interestingly enough, it's been said that in many respects the toll road operators were making more money than the mining companies, because you couldn't go anyplace. You could not come to Virginia City nor leave Virginia City without paying a toll. Sort of like going to San Francisco these days. The toll roads were well done. They were authorized by the Nevada State, well, at that time it would have been the Nevada Territorial Legislature. They were actually authorized. Geiger was a man by the name of Geiger that received a franchise from the legislature for that. We also observed that located in this area, there were springs for their water. Of course, you've got to have water for anything that you do around here. So at one point, the Virginia City and Gold Hill water companies have lately, it says lately, this is 1863, consolidated and laid their pipes throughout the town, supplying from springs primarily that were found coming out of little caves and splits in rocks on the sides of Mount Davidson. So with that little bit of description there, we will, as we go into some other sessions, we'll be able to examine a lot of that in greater detail, discussing some of these businesses and areas that we've started talking about in a little bit in the last session and now in this session. As you may see, as I continue these interviews with you, this has been a fascinating and enjoyable session or series of opportunities to research this stuff. I get a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails asking for reference information, and it's fun, and it forces me to do more and more research. I have a great deal of original material to research from, so that offers me the opportunity to provide you with some really good quality information direct from original source documentation. With that, like I say, we will get into some more specifics here now. We'll finish out this session today with some more specifics about particular kinds of businesses, with more specific information about how they got started, who operated them, what they did as businesses, how they put the businesses together. There were even such things as bookstores. There were, as I mentioned, drugstores, doctors, dentists, and we can discuss them with specific names, and I can show you some of the bills that they had. You know, we get an invoice today from somebody we order something from. They had the same process at that time. So we have those documents, and we can talk about a significant one and show you an invoice from that company. They were very ornate, very, very pretty, we should say, if you want to say that about an invoice or a billing. And they were called bill heads, but they were, the graphics were very ornate. We'll have fun talking about those various businesses. So as we kind of roll this particular session up, I invite you to again join us for the next session, and we continue Virginia City Truth, No Myths. And again, this is Joe Curtis bidding you bye for this session, and we'll see you on the next one.
Some to live and some to die. Where the gold and silver beckoned, they would all get rich, they reckoned. They would strike the richest pay dirt of their lives in Virginia City.